What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the certifiably suave Dr. Disaster. And a few days ago, the CEO of 1047 Games, the developers of Splitgate 2, this guy, the CEO, showed up at the Summer Game Fest wearing this hat right here, which said, "Make first-person shooters great again."
Oh my stars!
Naturally, there were a whole bunch of people out there, particularly game journalists, who were butthurt about this guy wearing the hat. It's not as though he was espousing any of Donald Trump's political beliefs or anything like that. He was just spoofing on a famous political phrase that's pretty damned harmless, but the headlines of the articles that were written by game journalists were hilarious as they showed us just how butthurt they were. The outlet Aftermath wrote, "Nice hat, loser." Or here's Forbes reporting that the guy wouldn't apologize, as if that is the default behavior expected of him. These game journalists are clearly political partisans who behave like children.
It's important for me to have my way, and I'm going to get my way by complaining.
But the thing is, at first, this guy, this CEO, did refuse to apologize, and a lot of people rallied around him. Splitgate 2 was a relatively minor release when it launched 4 days ago, but this drama actually gave it some legs, with people wanting to support someone standing against the game journalists. The game had some moderate success on Steam, topping out at just under 26,000 players. However, the game didn't gain much traction beyond its first wave, as people noted, though, that the game's monetization schemes were pretty dreadful, especially coming from someone who claimed they wanted to make first-person shooters great again. And correspondingly, the reviews for the game are not great over on Steam.
And then you wonder why no one takes you seriously. Sweetie.
And now, the CEO has gone and done about the worst thing that he could do for this game. The woke crowd were pissed off at him for wearing his hat, so he has now come out and apologized in a very cringy video that we're going to watch in a minute here. To be clear, this guy will lose the support of a shitload of people for bending the knee to the woke, and these people, the modern audience that he's trying to appease by apologizing, they aren't going to support his game now either. They will keep demanding more concessions. So, apologizing isn't going to do shit to help this guy. You must never apologize to these wackos.
That's like calling 1-800 collect an ass whooping. And no, that ain't no toll-free call, partner.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to follow me over on Rumble, where I've started uploading some content as well. Also, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. I'm working on a Space Pirate cartoon, which channel members will get first access to. We can't just complain about the state of our culture, we have to create alternatives. So, if you want to support that sort of thing, consider becoming a channel member for as little as $5 per month. In any case, let's have a look at what this absolutely chicken shit CEO said. Let me give a bit of free advice to any game developers out there though. Do not wade into the culture war at all. Not even with something as seemingly innocuous as a hat that says, "Make first-person shooters great again." To be fair, that should be okay, because clearly the guy isn't endorsing MAGA or anything like that. But if you can't stand up against the crackpot journalists who will go out of their way to be offended by something like this, then definitely steer as far clear from the culture war as possible and just make games. No matter which side of the aisle that we're talking about, these game studios ought to be avoiding this sort of controversy, if possible, and marketing their games with good story and gameplay and that sort of thing. When this controversy first broke out, I wanted to talk about it in support of this guy, but there was something in the air that I sensed. I just had a feeling this dude was going to cave, and he did. So, let's watch it. I warn you though, the cringe levels in his apology are pretty off the charts.
Hey guys, it's Ian. You're probably tired of seeing my face by now, but I promise this message is going to be a little bit different than the previous ones. So I've got a lot of questions about what's up with the hat, why'd you wear it, what was the intent, and I want to start by explaining myself.
It was a way of capturing people's attention. It was a marketing stunt, and it worked. No explanation required. And anyone who does require an explanation is the sort of jackass that you shouldn't be concerned with anyhow.
It is really freaking hard as an independent studio to break through the noise. You go to these award shows. We saw it at TGA's. We had this great trailer, and there's 50 other great trailers, and didn't really have an impact. And so at our biggest stage, coming out of beta, we needed something to grab attention. And the honest truth is, we tried to think of something, and this is what we came up with. We did not intend for this to be taken in any political way whatsoever. And I'm not an idiot.
Yes, you are. If you think this apology is going to help your company in any way, then you absolutely reek of idiocy. But carry on.
Obviously I knew there would be some level of controversy, but we really saw this as a meme that was kind of stating our truth, which is we do want to improve this genre. We are disappointed with the state of the genre.
Yes, it is a meme. Make blank great again is a meme format, and anyone who has a problem with that is not a gamer, or at least not a gamer first. They are an activist, and they are not worth pandering to.
And so we took it as a meme that we thought would not be nearly as received the way it was, negatively received as the way it was. And so I want to apologize. And genuinely, you can pretend, you don't have to believe me. But the truth is I am sorry.
Oh, we believe you. Anyone who once supported you for standing up to these bozos definitely believes you when you tell us that you are a coward. And the dipshits who pressured you into this apology believe you too. They understand that you are someone they can break, and they will hold your ass to the fire any chance they get moving forward.
And the reason I'm sorry is because of what this has done to the community. The most important thing to me right now is I want to have an amazing community. That is the reason that I built 1047. That's the reason I love my job, is because I wake up every day. I have friends in the community, Mikavelli, Tovar, all these great people who I play games with, who I get their feedback, I talk to them. I mean, these are the people who got us through the dark times, and I hate seeing division. And that's what I'm seeing right now on both sides. There's division in the community, and for that, I am truly sorry.
Look, I get it. I also want to see gamers just being able to play games, but notice which side was having the problem. If this guy had used the Barack Obama slogan, "Yes, we can," I don't think that the anti-woke crowd would really give a shit, as long as it was done in a tongue-in-cheek, humorous way, where it was clear that there wasn't any political messaging intended. But the woke crowd despise anything that humanizes their opposition, and now you've apologized to them. Great job, Chief.
And again, I'll reiterate, I do stand by the intent of this, which is the intent truly is, take it at face value. We do want to improve this genre. We do feel that the genre is in a bad state, and we want to make FPS games as amazing as possible. But I also understand that it's not just about intent, it's about impact. And the platform that we have had has had a negative impact, and for that I'm truly sorry. Yeah, I mean, I wish things were different.
No, you don't. Not really. If you wanted things to be different, then you wouldn't bend the knee to the people causing this level of hysteria. You are clearly A-okay with the state of things, and I simply don't respect someone who isn't brave enough to call out what this guy clearly sees. He obviously knows where the lunacy is coming from. He tries to do the whole both sides thing in his apology here, but he knows the truth. That's why he made this apology video in the first place. But that pretty much wraps up his apology after that. I'm going to leave it there. It'll be interesting to see if this has any effect on his game's player count or review scores. Now, do you guys think we will see a dramatic rise or a dramatic drop in player count or review scores moving forward? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below and we will talk there. Thanks for watching me, Hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.